Automation is undoubtedly revolutionizing the digital marketing world, changing the scope of what is possible, the way teams are structured, and the expectations of all concerned parties. In this session, we want to focus on one party specifically, agencies. How can automation accelerate agencies' affiliate offering, and why the unbundling of technology and service offers unparalleled strategic advantages? My name is Daisy Blue-Tinney, and I'm the Agency Development Director at Impact EMEA.
Hi, and I'm Smita Pillai. I lead the agency customer success team in EMEA, and my role is to work with agencies to help them get the most out of the technology and set up their partnerships activity for success.
So we talk a lot about automation, and whilst its primary application to the affiliate world is implied, think Monday morning reports being delivered directly to your inbox or partner reactivation campaigns, it's important to consider the wider benefits that automation realizes. Firstly, partner diversity and the proverbial 80-20 rule that is the bane of many an account manager, caught between ensuring program growth and also minimizing risk. Recruiting new partners is time-consuming, more so when you are hamstrung to in-platform opportunities and unable to easily onboard off-platform partners, such as those that you may have discovered through Instagram or even offline. Automation provides an always-on approach to partner recruitment, presenting new opportunities to seamlessly test new partner types, increasing partner diversity with minimal manual load. Secondly, innovation. Innovation is crucial to the continuing success of any affiliate program. However, managing multiple test campaigns requiring multiple performance metrics is untenable without automated reporting. If each new campaign requires siloed analysis, it's impossible to consider the incremental impact of the results. Instead, if account managers are able to automatically surface the relevant data, more accurate and reactive next steps are taken, continuing the innovation cycle. And thirdly, efficiency. This is probably the most obvious, but also perhaps the most misunderstood benefit of automation. By adopting automation within program management, the administrative tasks, such as actioning CPA changes or processing validations, can give way to more impactful tasks. And the implications for committing to this way of thinking and fully unbundling technology from service, combining agency expertise with a SaaS solution, delivers game-changing results. So, unbundling at its most simple refers to the separation of service from technology, an agency-designed commercial model that allows for complete autonomy of strategy, actioned with best-in-class technology. Moving away from tech plus service pricing gives a cleaner, more efficient cost to both the agency and their clients. So, from a day-to-day perspective, automation gives agencies practical advantages derived from the core benefits of diversity, innovation, and efficiency. Looking at program management through an agency lens, the ability to automatically surface peaks, anomalies, and issues in performance gives account managers an opportunity to get ahead of portfolio prioritization. Leveraging insights across multiple clients with a frictionless application, such as trending partner outreach, reduces repetition and improves productivity. Affecting progressive strategies with new partner types, such as brand-to-brand partnerships within the same workflow and reviewing the impact alongside traditional activity, streamlines silos and opens up additional budgets. So to further explain the impact of automation for agencies, I'm going to hand over to Smita.
In this section, I'd like to speak to you about a few ways that you can use data and automation and make a big impact on your partnership programs. So to start that off, it's always important to have a look at the primary business objectives and keep that front of mind. As a program, are you looking to achieve scale, grow revenue, or are you looking to manage risk on your programs? And then based on what your objectives are, to prioritize the strategies that will help you achieve these. So going into the insights for growth, getting data-driven marketing right is usually about focusing first on a small number of like the best opportunities that you have available, and then really putting some scale behind this. That's where you're going to get the biggest impact. So when we talk about actionable insights, where could we get some of those actionable insights? So we like to focus on the 3 key areas, and we work with our agencies to get as much data and information about these so that we can get some rich insights on these. So to look at the program from a customer level, looking at, the customer path to purchase and all of the different steps that the customer takes, right from their first click on that ad to that final step to purchase. What are the different websites that they tend to browse? Are there specific products that they're searching for? What do they tend to add to cart? And do they always look for coupon codes before they purchase? Trying to get a lot of information around this and then analyzing all of these event data points helps us get a really rich understanding of the customer. And what it also allows you to do as an agency is to look at the bottlenecks in the buying process and see if there's anything in that path that you can optimize to set up your campaign so that they're driving more efficiency for you. The next view that we work with agencies on is really the shopping basket. So a lot of the agencies that we work with, they tend to use a combination of strategy and data that's available on the platform to really optimize their shopping basket activity and to drive results. Again, going back to those key business objectives that we identified at the start. So looking at a detailed analysis of the shopping basket and diving into things like how much was spent, for instance, which item SKUs or categories are really driving margins, and then using that information to look at things like, improving the creative, to make that a lot more effective, to improve programs, and to really drive revenue by optimizing a few of these metrics that are driving that value. So an example of this is quite recently during COVID. Obviously, the market was reacting as quickly as they could to all of the changes that were happening in the environment. And a lot of the agencies that we worked with really optimized their campaigns at this point. So some of the agencies that we're working with, like Scale, for instance, they worked across a number of different products, some of which were really in demand during this time. Things like books or subscription boxes, for instance, that people really couldn't get enough of during lockdown. And prioritizing these and really putting weight behind it and incentivizing partners as well to promote these made the biggest difference for them. Some of the other agencies that we're working with, no surprises there, they worked in the travel sector, and obviously there were certain routes that were no-goes, whereas other routes were still open, still activity going on there. So looking at global campaigns on that basis and seeing, are there certain areas or certain products that we should be pulling back on given the current climate and promoting others, made a huge difference to not only their programs, but also the partner relationship. So what it did was allow really transparent communication with partners. Make it clear to partners that there are certain areas that they're looking to focus on and drive activity, and others which they'd have to pull back on because they don't ladder up to the business objectives. And having that transparent communication allows you to really focus on the metrics that add value to your business. Then for the partners as well, to really let them know what you're looking to promote. So when they're spending time on your activity, they're doing it efficiently and they're spending time on the metrics that really add value to your business and as a result impact their business as well and improve commissions on their side. So it's a win-win situation there. And then the third lens that we like to look at things on is the partner level, something that obviously all of you do on a day-to-day basis quite a lot. But getting richer insights on how partners work across your program, how they work with each other, what are the partners that have deep relationships with the kinds of audiences you're looking to engage, which kinds of partners drive customers that add value to you, so those higher value, higher lifetime value customers, and how do you pay partners what they're worth as well. Being able to look at it from this lens really allows you to understand the value that different partners bring into your programs and put more money into the kinds of behaviors and activities that you want to promote, and also understand how different partners work with each other to really fuel those kinds of relationships as well and compensate partners for the value that they're bringing to your programs. So as we look to grow and scale as well, in this industry, we all know it's all about relationships. And it's really crucial to have what feels like a one-to-one personal relationship. But as you're looking to scale and grow, you want to be able to do that, have that one-to-one conversation, but to have it with a number of different partners at the same time. And to really be able to do that as well based on where they're at in the partnership journey. So what we like to do is set up things like trigger-based workflows. So look at things where you have workflows based on where certain partners are on their partnership journey or on that program, and then set up workflows that communicate to that. So are there onboarding emails that you can send out at scale? Or if a partner has seen activity grow in the previous week, reaching out to them and communicating that, or if there's been a reduction in sales, being able to reach out to partners, see how that activity is going, acknowledge where they're at, acknowledge the work that they're doing, where they're at in their journey with you, and then let them know that you see them, you value them, and then to be able to offer resources as well to support the stage that they're at. This is especially useful during program migrations. A lot of the agencies that we work with operate on a global level as well and have multiple partners and activity happening across different markets. And to be able to send out pre-populated onboarding emails and then emails depending on the engagement that the partner has, and to do that at scale is hugely helpful. And what that does is really improve efficiency at an agency level. Obviously, especially now, that's even more important as budgets are slashed, margins are under more pressure, to be able to save time and free up account management time to do the kind of work that really drives value at a business level, and to automate any of these manual tasks that are very time consuming is crucial. So what used to take weeks now in terms of that engagement with partners and was very manual and bitty work, now can take a few hours, where you spend some hours up front, think about what those workflows might be, at what points you want to be communicating to partners. And then once you've spent some time up front thinking about this, really using automation and technology to drive that kind of behavior at scale and have that very personal communication with a large set of partners. And the last bit that we wanted to talk about is looking at spend and aligning that with the value that partners are bringing into your program as well. So looking at things like goals-based commissioning now, where rather than looking at setting up flat fees up front or percentage-based commissions on activity, thinking about what might be really driving those business metrics. So are there, do you want to incentivize customers of a certain lifetime value? So looking at things like customer lifetime value, or incentivizing new customer acquisition over returning customers, looking at the basket value that really drives your metrics forward, and then commissioning on the back of that. So really looking at where your spend is going and making sure that it's focused on the value that's coming into your programs, so you're maximizing your return on investment there. So these are some thought starters on how technology and automation can work and fuel your partnership strategy. Quickly summarize with everything that I've just spoken about. So looking at where you can create actionable insights for your programs. What are the manual tasks that you could automate? And how could you align spend with value that's coming into your program?
And so to wrap up the session, I have 3 takeaway questions for any agencies. How can you align partner compensation with business goals using your current platform? What can you automate to scale? And finally, how can you discover partners with the right audiences for your clients? And so with that, we shall move to some questions.